Brett with Kvell Fitness and Nutrition, and I am here with Ryan in red. Boom. Good color on you. So, today we're talking about kind of our pragmatic approach and how here at Kvell we do things on purpose. And so I'm going to have Ryan talk about more than I'm going to talk about. But first, how long have you been training here?
About 18 months.
18 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so long time.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what were you doing before you started training with us?
Sure. So I had a very structured type of experience with working out and a structure of you do this on a certain day through playing baseball in college, and then I did CrossFit for a while after that. And then when I moved here, I wanted to find something a little different, a little more structured in my lifestyle, which is holistic body composition. And so I tried to go to the Y for a while and program workouts myself, but it's very difficult for someone that has not done that before to do that. And so I'd come down and tried you guys out, and it was exactly what I was looking for, where you guys take the time to look at not only each cycle for the 3-week period, but then building and building and building. And so I felt that it's helped me from a full body perspective, not only from a strength perspective, but from a cardio perspective, because I hate running.
Yeah,
I
he
hate
does.
cardio.
Running.
Yeah.
I was kidding, all your runners out there, running's great.
Yeah.
So you know, because we go, so for people who don't understand, can you kind of explain to them how that cycle works?
Sure. So it's a 3-week cycle. So the first week is learning the new movements, getting familiar with them, and it's a little less work, a little more rest.
About 50 to 60% intensity type deal.
Okay. And then week 2, it's the same workout. So Monday week 1 is the same workout. Monday week 2, same workout. Monday week 3, but the intensity builds week 2, week 3. So if you come the same days every week, you'll see those same workouts, which is great. And if for some reason you change days, you get a different workout, which is also helpful. Yeah. And for instance, this cycle that just started this week, yesterday was my first day this week, and it's a lot of core work. And it's a lot of new movement. So it was fun to do something different than what I think we've done since I started. I don't remember any of the workouts like this specifically. Yep. So seeing how my body reacts to new movements. And trying to figure out where I need to be to improve even within that same cycle and that same 3-week period.
Yeah, so there's this lie out in the fitness industry, this like muscle confusion, and I think unfortunately it's from Beachbody. But if you look at how Beachbody does it, they don't do this whole muscle confusion the way that people think that they do it. So if you do a different workout every single time, so different movements, like that will confuse the body, and then the body, in not a good way, the body doesn't really know what to do. So then the body, you kind of don't get any results. And so even the Beachbody program, who kind of brought this muscle confusion to the market, they do the same workout for about 6 weeks in a row. You know, it's like, same workout, you just get better at it, better at it, better at it. So when you talk about muscle confusion and progression, really what you want to look at is, okay, so week 1, we have that intro week, right? So you're learning the movements, you're understanding them, but we're not thrashing your body that week, right? We're getting recovered from the previous week. And then we do those same movements. Now we know how to do them better. Mm-hmm. So now we crank up intensity a little bit. You increase weight, you increase the work time, decrease the rest time. You get more out of that workout because now you know how to do things. Yeah. And then same thing with week 3. Now it's all out effort. Yeah. Right? So the goal is to give the body just what it needs and just enough muscle confusion that it continues to progress. So what you're seeing this week is you're doing new things that you haven't done before, so it's going to hit your body a little differently.
Exactly. Right? And it's nice because going from week 1 to week 2, you can kind of figure out where you can increase that weight and where your muscle fatigue is per round or per cycle. But then when you get to week 3, if you're able to go the same 3 days in that cycle, you really understand where your maximum effort is and where your breaking point is, so you can go all the way until that point. So it's nice to have that structure to where you learn it, you get better at it, and then you go as hard as you can on that 3rd week.
Yeah, because if you don't have that structure, then you're always guessing. You're kind of always in week 1.
Yeah.
And you can't really build strength that way.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Like, for instance, you worked out yesterday. If I would have only done it that one time and not come the next 2 weeks on that, I wouldn't have got really much out of it, because it would have just been, how do I stand, how do I move, instead of, okay, next week when I come, I'll be able to say, okay, now I remember how I needed to sit on those beast holds with a band to balance myself and work through it.
And then you can test your weight, you can test your strength, and then by the time you get to week 3, then you can really push it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, what would you say? So I know you like the pragmatic approach, which as an athlete that totally makes sense because that's how it is. You know, I mean, and really what I like to tell people is we're training for the sport of life. So we're the conditioning for the sport of life. So you go out and you do the things you want to do. Ride your bike, go on a mountain bike, or whatever it is. Like you now have the fitness space to do it. But what for you? What has been the biggest benefit?
So I have 2 small kids at home, a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old.
Oh wow!
And so even just carrying the 2-year-old around in my arm before I get tired and whatnot, and it was actually good timing because my 2-year-old was I think she was, I don't know, a couple months older.
Not very old.
Not very old. The time's kind of a blur at that point, but just whole body fitness, whether it's holding the kids or we like to go on hikes on the weekends, just put them in a backpack. Not long hikes, but just to get out and get them in nature. And so getting the kids in the backpack, being able to do that, just simple things like doing yard work, or I like to fish and hunt when I can. And so just being able to do those things without feeling exhausted, without feeling muscle fatigue as soon as I get, half a mile in, or at the end of a day of doing that, feeling like you can't do it the next day. So this has given my body the chance to understand of daily workouts or a few times a week and a whole body workout as opposed to just doing a bench press one day or just doing a squat one day. It's your whole body, all the connective muscles, all those support muscles, doing it all together of natural movements, of things that will help not only get stronger in the gym, but also out in life of doing something. If you need to pick up a box off the ground or pick up a kid or move something, push something, it all fits into what we build here.
Yeah, it's very transferable to your real life. So you can go then live life at a higher level.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so we do the 21 days for $1. I remember how you came in.
I did do that.
Okay.
So I found you guys, I think through just Google reviews. I was looking for a gym from a class perspective. I came down, talked to Alyssa, did the video, did that, and then I did the 21 days for $1. And then after that, I said, this is what I was looking for. Class size, I also have a hard time working out myself just because I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to doing it in a group environment, a team environment. So looking for something that has class environment with that pragmatic approach, with coaches that are there to help you, not put you down in a way, but just if you're doing something wrong, they're there to fix your form so you don't injure yourself and you get the most out of the workout. And the coaches that you have here are great. And so it's nice to have them walking around if you have any questions or I have an old shoulder injury, so I sometimes have to modify exercises so I can look at the scaling that we do and talk to Glenn or talk to Sarah and say, what should I do? How should I adjust this? Or what can I substitute today if my shoulder's feeling a little tired or whatnot? So being able to come in, get the workout in, get that community aspect of it is very helpful for me. And I haven't taken part of any of the challenges yet or some of the other nutrition stuff, but I know that's there. And I know a lot of other people, it's a huge benefit to them. So you guys have the all-encompassing workout plus lifestyle. Like you said, it's more about just going to a gym to get a workout in. It's tying it to your whole lifestyle.
We kind of want to be your total health and body solution.
Sure.
So you come here, you get it, whether it's nutrition, whether it's fitness, whether it's mental sometimes. A lot of times it's just pushing through mentally. We want to kind of help you with all that stuff. So if you're talking to a friend who hasn't tried us out, what would you tell that human?
I'd say come down, try it out. They do the $1 for 21 days. I don't think you can really beat that. I had a guy at work that I saw in our locker room, and he just asked me what I did one day. And so I brought him in, and now he comes.
He was in.
And now we talk. We went out and got drinks last week, so made a new friend through that. But also, don't be intimidated because there's people of all different levels here. So you have some younger people, some older people, everywhere in between. And the other thing about the 3-week cycles is that there's also scaled workouts. So there's 3 levels, so level 1, 2, and 3. And so the coaches will help you figure out where you need to be. But you can look up there and decide for yourself, okay, on the first part of the workout, I'm at level 1, the second part I'm at level 2, and you can kind of pick and choose what's best for your body and what you need. And so it's not intimidating, it's a helpful type of workout, helpful structure, and then the people around too.
Awesome. So last but not least, any one final word for anybody watching about how cool it is to work out at Kvell?
Try it. Give it a try. Take those 3 weeks, and if you're looking for that type of class environment with a lot of help, from coaches and other people, you can't go wrong.
Boom. Thanks, guys. So again, Ryan, and you usually come you're like noon, you're like midday.
Lunchtime,
Yeah, so if you want to come work out with Ryan, 11:30, 12:30, 12 o'clock, that's his time.
Yep.
But again, you get 21 days for $1. So 3 weeks, you can try out the whole phase. So
Yep.
Ryan's been talking about the phases a lot. So you can try out week 1, week 2, week 3, and see how that progresses so you understand that. But again, we will see you soon. Thanks, Ryan.
See ya.